Previously on the Ultimate Career. 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights, and we are lights out, and away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix. We get a fantastic start on Fernando Alonso, and we go a little bit wide, but Alonso's off the track, so what on earth has gone on there? Oh my word, he has made a mistake very early on in the race, and now we're going to claim that inside apex, but we've outbroken ourselves, and oh my word, we go into the gravel. And now this is all about the battle for second place. Is Hamilton going to make the move? Stick, we've got no curse to defend. He's made the move now coming into the final corner. Are we going to go around the outside? There's contact. There is contact. And we are round. And it's just carnage. Button's gone round the outside of us. What's up guys, and welcome to round number 4 of season 3 of the F1 Ultimate Career. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix. We're here of course in the desert in our Williams. Quite appropriate to be in the desert at this circuit, considering the desert-like conditions that we've been having in Britain for the past few days and past week or so. But anyway, enough of that, and on to today's race. If we could smash 150 likes in this video, guys, then that would be amazing, and I will bring out the Spanish Grand Prix on Monday, and then the Monaco Grand Prix on Wednesday. I really want to bring out those 2 episodes before the release of F1 2015. And then this series will probably go on a couple of weeks break as I sort of play F1 2015, as you guys probably understand. But then once the hype sort of dies down, this series will come back, so don't you worry about that. Today, though, we're going to be looking to improve on our 2010 result, where we managed to get on the podium, but it was only the 3rd step of the podium, a race that we could so easily have won. We've got the pace this weekend to take the win. Jenson Button was winner last time out. The McLarens are once again quick today. Let's see now what happens in qualifying. So then, it was time for the 4th qualifying session of the season. And once again, it was a sunny day with sunny skies greeting the drivers. And Q1 saw no problems for ourselves getting through the session on the prime tyres. They're going into P4, and it was Jean-Eric Vergne who was going to be the big name casualty. Once again, a Toro Rosso driver going out at the first stage of qualifying along with the usual suspects. Q2 was once again no problems for ourselves, getting through in 1st position. A fantastic lap saw us top the session, with Felipe Massa, Pastor Maldonado, Sergio Perez, Kamui Kobayashi, Paul di Resta, Daniel Ricciardo and Nico Hülkenberg all exiting in Q2. Our teammate only managing 12th. Now getting into Q3, and well, it was time to get out at the end of the session. Less than 2 minutes remaining when we rolled out of the garage, so it's going to be pretty tight getting out of the garage at this late stage of the session. But you can just see in your top left now that Lewis Hamilton set a 1:32 dead, so his was the time to beat in the session. And well, we've definitely got the pace to do so, and with just 13 seconds remaining in the session, we crossed the start-finish line to begin our one and only flying lap in Q3, and braking now down the gears into 1st gear into the 1st corner, using that camber to get the car turned into turns 2 and turn 3, and propelling ourselves onto another straight using just about 1/4 of our curves so far in the lap. Now braking just before the 100-meter board. Don't want to collect that inside apex, as that will unsettle the car, running it out as wide as possible to get the maximum speed. And towards the end of sector 1, we are 5/100ths up on Lewis Hamilton's pole time, so we've currently gone purple in the 1st sector, and now braking down into 1st gear. The car getting a little bit squirrely under braking in that right-hander, and now we've got to be careful not to lock up into this double left-hander, and oh, we do, we lock the left front. Once again, the car's getting a bit squirrely under braking, but well, we managed to get it turned in just about, and we've got about 1/3 of our curves left as we're now coming onto the end of the back straight and towards the end of the 2nd sector. Apart from that lockup, it's been a pretty good lap so far, getting once again on the DRS, and just that one small mistake as we hold the DRS through that right-hander. And yes, there you can see that our margin to Hamilton has been halved in that sector. It's gone from 5/100ths to less than 3/100ths, putting it up into, well, making sure that it's in mix 3 as we now come towards the final corner. No curves left to use, but we can get on the DRS very early, and now on the run to the line. Is it going to be pole for the 1st time this season? And no, it isn't, not quite. Less than 1/10 of a second between myself and Lewis Hamilton. It's a British 1-2-3. I've managed to split the McLarens with Sebastian Vettel there in 4th position alongside his teammates. And, well, it was a pretty good qualifying session overall. And there you can see that, well, we look reasonably happy with that P2 and congratulating Lewis Hamilton on his pole position. We definitely set ourselves up for a fantastic Bahrain Grand Prix. Can we go and take that first victory? Let's see. It's time for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's the second time that we visited this country in the Ultimate career, and we're going to be revving up to 5 red lights before you know it. And here we are then sitting on the grid, and now the lights are coming on in front of the drivers in what is a very, very cloudy Bahrain, and it is 5 lights. And away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix, getting a lot of wheel spin on the start, getting up into second gear just to stop that. But, well, before we know it, Jenson Button has passed us going into turn 1, and now we're surrounded by some Red Bulls. So, we're going to have to really try and get through this pack now. And there you can see we're down into P5 momentarily, but we get past Sebastian Vettel. And now we're going to have to try and get past Mark Webber, maybe using the slipstream. No, we're going to stay on the outside of the track and try and outbrake him, which we managed to do up into P3. And now turning very vigorously into this corner, so we've got a little bit of understeer at this stage of the race. And as you can see, like I said, the cloudy skies above mean the track temperature is probably dipping below what the teams were expecting at the start of this Grand Prix. But nonetheless, we are still in P3, so what was looking like a disastrous start has just turned into a little bit of a mediocre start. So both of the McLarens are currently in front of us, and Jenson Button's in the lead of this race. He's had a superb start, going from 3rd to 1st. We've gone from 2nd to 3rd, and Hamilton has gone from pole down to 2nd. And here we've got a replay of the start to see where it all went wrong for myself and Hamilton. You can see where it went wrong for me, getting all that wheel spin off the start. And now Jenson Button, we're going to keep our eye on him going into turn 1. And he just went round the outside, it looks like, of his teammate, and then getting the inside line for turn 2 and then into turn 3. Hamilton just runs wide, I think. And there you can just see that Hamilton got past. But here running on board with ourselves. And getting around the outside of Mark Webber now into turn 4 was relatively easy. But getting the car turned in here was harder than expected. And now coming towards the end of the first lap of the Grand Prix, the two McLarens fighting for the lead. We're going to take advantage of that. Thank you very much, Lewis Hamilton. We'll get up into P2 where we started this Grand Prix. And getting that slipstream off Jenson Button, this could be proved crucial for the rest of the race. And now braking at just about the 150 meter board, coming into the first corner. And no, we don't quite get that position, as I'm already losing my voice. We're not even that far into the video and not far into the race, but now we're going to maybe try and make a move down the inside of turn 4, are we? No, we're not. We're just going to stick behind Jenson Button in this middle sector and maybe try and get the undercut, but that doesn't quite work. So maybe taking the wider lines into this S section. Yes, we are. And now we're going to set ourselves up for a move into this right-hander, and we do the dummy move, which we've done a couple of times this season. Button runs wide. We forced him into the error. We're leading the Grand Prix here in Bahrain, and well, what a start to the Grand Prix it's been after what was an awful initial getaway. Has turned into a good first couple of laps. There you can just see our dummy to the inside on the replay cameras, and then getting up into the lead of the Grand Prix. Come lap 8, the clouds have dissipated and we have sunny skies above us in the desert. Now braking hard into this left-hander and running a little bit wide, and now we're onto the auto spin curb, and oh my word, we've been completely spun off. And we should have known better than to go into an auto spin curb. We've got a puncture, we've got no front wing, we've been passed for the lead. The McLarens had no pace in this race, and as you can see, it's Mark Webber who has taken the lead of the Grand Prix. And oh my word, this is going from bad to worse. And, well, it would have been bad enough if we'd have had a puncture or a front wing loss, but to have both of them at once when we're leading the Grand Prix, and that what was looking like it was going to be a dominant race, well, what on earth went wrong? And now you can see that I don't even know what we're doing. We've outbroken ourselves, and we're into the gravel trap now. It has been an awful start. Oh, sorry, an awful, well, end to the first stint here in Bahrain. We're down to 14th position as we come into the pits. And, oh my word, what was looking, like I said, like a dominant performance is just turned on its head within the matter of seconds. And, like I say, I'm losing my breath already, guys. We're probably only about halfway through. And, oh my word, well, we're getting the front wing change now anyway, and hopefully we can take these prime tyres to the end of the Grand Prix. It's a 6.5 second stop, which isn't bad considering that we did have to have the front wing change, but it was not ideal whatsoever. Luckily, still coming out ahead of the back markers. As you can see, Timo Glock is a good 26 seconds back, it says, but I think he has actually just crossed the start-finish line. Yes, he has. But anyway, coming towards the end of lap 11 now, you can see that we set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix on that lap. And, well, we're definitely getting through this field as fast as we can. And, well, we're going to need to do that for the rest of the Grand Prix if we're going to stand any chance of getting a good result. But now you can see that we're coming towards the end of lap 13 and we're up into P12 as some cars have pitted and now going around the outside of Pastor Maldonado. Yes, we are. What a move that was. Up into P11. That could prove a vital move later on in the Grand Prix, getting ahead of our teammate, of course. But nonetheless, well, you can see that we've pulled away from him already and we've set another fastest lap of the Grand Prix up into P9 now. So maybe it isn't looking as bad as initially it was going to be. You know that we dropped down to P14 as we went into the pit lane, so we've managed to gain 5 positions within the space of a few laps. So yeah, some really good out laps has managed to get us that. And now at the end of lap 14, or midway through lap 14, are we going to go around the outside of Perez, who just sort of swerves to the outside? We were crapping our pants at that point. We thought we were going to have to do another front wing change. But luckily our instincts managed to get us around the outside and into P8. So next up is Michael Schumacher. And at this point of the Grand Prix, Schumacher looked as if he was on a bit of a roll, overtaking his teammate. So now it was Nico Rosberg who was our next target. Now we're halfway through the Grand Prix, and we're gonna, well, this is our favourite overtaking opportunity around the outside at the end of the back straight. Lovely move up into P7. Thank you very much, Nico Rosberg. And once again, it's Michael Schumacher further up the road, who we've managed to pull 3/10 on in the space of that lap. But on lap 17, we've now got the DRS on Schumacher, so it's proving very effective around this circuit is the DRS, and you can just see how much we've closed up. And there, that's Roman Grosjean, and oh my word, he's gone across the track, and oh my word, we've got into him. We've lost a bit of our front wing, but luckily, we didn't destroy our car. He just sort of swerved across the track, and I think he must have got caught up on the curving. Somehow we managed to avoid him. We were actually going to take that line to try and get the undercut on Schumacher, but luckily we took evading action, and well, we've managed to get up into P6, but we do have a bit of front wing damage. Hopefully that won't prove pivotal, and as we go around the outside of Michael Schumacher now into P5, thank you very much, Michael. And that front wing damage didn't prove well, it didn't cause any problems during that overtaking maneuver. But coming towards the end of lap 19 now, we do seem to be putting in some very good laps, so it makes you wonder how quick we'd be with a full front wing. And now, can we get past Jenson Button, who's negotiating that back marker? Yes, we can, up into P4. It's been an incredibly action-packed Grand Prix, it's got to be said, but fighting our way through the field from 14th up to 4th has been very good fun. But the question is now, will we be able to close up to Felipe Massa before the end of the Grand Prix? The answer to that was no. And now we're at the end of lap 27, and this is where the tyre wear was kicking in, because of course we had to pit on lap 8, rather than our scheduled pit stop, which I believe was lap 12. And now Michael Schumacher's going to look around the outside of us, but we say no, we shut the door on him, and that should just about be that. We're now on lap 28, so only a couple of laps left in the Grand Prix. And yeah, that was it, and we managed to just about close out this race in a pretty professional manner. Not the podium or even the win that we would have been expecting. The win went to Mark Webber, but a very good recovery drive from 14th back up to 4th, and there it is, 12 points in the bag. And well, we failed our objective, but more points for our teammate Pastor Maldonado, who got 10th position in the race. But, well, it could have been a lot better, couldn't it, guys? And there you can see the podium, Webber, Hamilton and Massa, and all of which we were pretty much faster than for the whole Grand Prix. That is reflected pretty much in the fastest laps. And I think only Lewis Hamilton, in fact, went faster than us in that race. There you can see Sebastian Vettel, an awful race for him, down in 13th position. And everyone from 15th downwards got lapped, including Nico Hülkenberg. So there you can see the Drivers' Championship. So we're currently tied on points with Lewis Hamilton, our big rival, it's looking like, in this championship, as well as Fernando Alonso and Mark Webber. So currently a four-way title fight And with regards to the Constructors' Championship, Williams are still there, only 19 points off the lead. So not looking too bad at this stage for the Williams team. If Maldonado can maybe score a few points as we come into Europe next race, then that'll be a different story. But now, well, that's just about it for this episode, guys. Make sure you leave a like down below if you did enjoy it and comment your thoughts. But until the Spanish Grand Prix, guys, I'll see you then. Make sure you take care. And yeah, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.